Hello everyone, I'm RuthAnn with GeekChic Promotions and this is Nerd Rage. I usually have my partner Chris here, but she is off running some amazing stuff for Come To Us and Summoner's War, so I'm all here by my lonesome. True story, the reason why I'm 2 minutes late coming on today is because I was rewatching the Frozen trailer and I'm really excited about it. So here's to you guys. Cheers, happy weekend. So I'm going to share this around. Hello, for those who are watching already, how are you? Please comment away because I love chatting with all of you. I'm going to share this around and then let's talk about other news that happened in the week, but then let's get to the nitty gritty of talking about Alita because I've seen the movie twice. I went and did the experience on Valentine's Day and it's super cool. I'm all about it. I've never read the manga and I didn't watch the anime, so I'm very curious if any of you have, because that would be awesome to kind of get your feedback as well from what you thought of the movie. But I'm really excited. Okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious I love the movie from the fact that I bought the little figurine at the experience. So what up? Hey Brandon, what is UO? I don't know what that means. So hi, how are you? Oh, I think he meant what's up. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so I'm just gonna share this around so we can talk Alita. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it. I just really want to, thank you, Tyler. I appreciate you. I really want to talk about the movie, and for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna do my absolute best not to spoil it because I really want to get you guys on board for seeing this movie. I want this to be a #1 hit for like several weekends in a row. It's so good. I love it, everybody. You guys are the best. All right, let me share this. Let me share it here as well. Yes, I know it. I know I shared it to my timeline. That's what I was trying to do. Facebook is so pushy. Hey everybody, I'm seeing everybody join in. Hey George, what's up? What's going on? I hope everybody had an awesome week and a fun Valentine's Day, whatever you might have been doing. But yeah, I want to talk about Alita. I want to talk about, there's so many good trailers that came out recently. I want to talk about those. Tyler, you're definitely gonna weep out during this movie. Now, Tyler, did you read the manga or watch the anime? I'm just curious if who here who saw the movie also like read the anime or watched the anime or read the manga. Don't mind me. It's just I'm all over the place this morning. I don't know what to do without my Chris. I'm so used to having my Chris here with me to do Nerd Rage. Trying to type with my wine. Okay. Bam, I promise I'll stop looking down. Okay, so Tyler says he's watched the manga or read the manga. George, it's totally fine because I did the same thing. I went to see the movie without seeing anything, didn't read the comics, didn't watch the anime. It was, I guess whenever it would come up in either like I would see it on shelves, I just assumed it was this older anime movie, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, like Metropolis, something like that, where it was that, and it was based on a very old black and white sci-fi movie, something like that. So I mistook Alita for, I mixed it in with too many different animes and mangas, so I just assumed I'd already seen it or knew of it. But I was wrong, because this movie was great. Okay, so the movie is, let's just start off from the beginning. It's gorgeous. It should be up for so many awards in the CGI category, as design category. I mean, I know a lot of it was probably lined up in the manga and in the anime of the world building and the look, but they did such a good job making everything seem like grounded and real. The joke that I kept making while watching it is just like dystopia where it never rains, but somehow it's always wet. You know, because night shots are just, everything is always wet and whatnot. But it looks amazing. The first note I would say about it that I noticed right away is that it wasn't trying to shove too much information or too much fan service like all in one go, because I feel sometimes when it's a larger property or a very popular property, Hollywood can get it wrong and try to rush things and try to fit as many stuff in as possible. The movie is a little over 2 hours long, but for me, it completely flew by. It flew by, but it didn't feel like I was like totally like just buried in information. Like it was very like, it felt very clean. The storyline is the usual, but there's some pretty amazing things I feel like they did in this movie that they haven't done in female superhero movies that I'd love to discuss with everybody. Yes, it is, Alita is, it was a manga, and then there is an anime adaptation somewhere. I don't know if it's a movie or a series, and I don't think it's called Alita Battle Angel. I think it's called something else, but it is based on Alita, the Battle Angel. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff leading up to this movie. I believe it was, I forget the director's name that actually just showed it to, oh yeah, I think it was Robert Rodriguez showed James Cameron the comic book and was like, we should do this. And he's like, yes, we should, because it's beautiful and amazing. So I suggest everybody go see this movie. I know we have been burned so deeply before by live action anime movies. We have aggressively, but this is, I feel it took, you know, and you guys can, who have seen this movie can chime in of what you thought, because I know a lot of people felt like the acting was terrible, or the script was terrible, or, you know, all, you know, the long list of things. I really liked it. I felt like the way that they captured the actress's, why am I blanking on her name, that plays Alita, Rosa Salazar, the way they capture her every expression. She actually wrote in an article or in an interview that she was actually kind of upset that they didn't like get rid of every single crease and line in her face, because like all they really did was like blow up like her eyes real big, but everything else, every crease, every like cute little like facial expression she makes, that's all her, and it looks great. What up, Mick? Yes, I saw this with Mick, and it was so good. It was so good. It was very fun watching it with you, buddy. Brandon says, I haven't read or seen any Alita, but I know that it was a manga series, etc. And I had to school someone on that today. Thank you for making sure everybody's educated on the fact that it is also a manga and an anime. Thank you, sir. And Adam Erd, thanks for joining. Yes, I loved Alita so much. I saw it twice and went to the escape. No, well, it's not technically escape room, the Alita experience or whatever it's called. Oh, okay. So Brandon corrected me. The title of the sort of reversed for the manga series, and it's OVA Battle Angel Alita. So that usual make it so good to see you. So yeah, I just, the movie looks great. It's so, okay, I love superhero movies. You all know that. That's why I'm on this show. That's why I'm a big old geek. That's why we started GeekChic Promotions, a big old nerd for it. But when it comes to superhero movies, when I know that it's a really good movie, like really good, it's usually, there's a lot of movement in my seat while I'm watching the movie, but then afterwards I just want to go to the gym. I'm just so ready. It's just like, so I want to fight. I want to get an Alita heart and train and be able to fight like Alita. Like I'm ready to take on the world. Like that's every single like superhero movie that for me, when I feel like it's a very good movie, I'm ready to go to the gym. Like I had that with Black Panther, Iron Man, like all of those as well. But it's so much fun. Oh, Brandon, OVA is not part of the title. Well, geez, if you list it all out, I'm going to read the whole thing. I'm like, what's his face from Anchorman over here? I'm just going to read anything you put on the teleprompter. Don't write any terrible things in the comments, guys, because I said that. But, oh yeah, Mick, you definitely should do the experience. So, the experience is really cool. I'll talk about the experience a little bit, because I don't want to spoil the movie at all. And the experience doesn't spoil the movie at all either. I'd be interested to see how people did in the experience without knowing the movie, because it must have been a little bit confusing. But the experience is really cool. It's here in downtown LA. You can get tickets whenever, but it has like the bar, and then you have to go and like earn as much points as possible with your team, and everybody has like a different color. I'm sorry to say, my team did not win. I only got in 5th, but it's fine. Now I want to go back because I get really competitive about it, but it's super fun, and it's a really gorgeous space. I wish it was longer. You're only there for 2 hours, but I wish you could just like keep doing the actual experience itself over and over again. Um, but yes, so back to the movie. And again, if anybody here has watched the movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts and whatnot, because I keep hearing mixed stuff. I loved it though, and like most of my friends love it, but I do hear some not so good stuff. I feel like the look of it, to me, everybody disagrees with me. I love the Speed Racer live action movie. I do. I went on Boss Level 8 to talk about it and get really aggressive about it. I love that movie. I think they did really well with that, and I think it actually kind of took, to me, I felt pieces of that in, because there's kind of a racing game that they play in Alita, which is really cool and really badass. But it's so much fun, and the character development for everybody I feel like was perfectly cast and very well acted. And having Christoph Waltz play, I love him so much. I know he's so good as a bad guy, but Christoph Waltz is so good and lovable as kind of like the fatherly character. He's so good. It's quite grand. Everybody should see this movie. And not just if you are a fan of Alita, because obviously I never saw the anime and I never read the manga, but Alita, you don't need any of that, and I feel like maybe it's better because you don't get too hung up on if it's exactly like the comic book or exactly like the anime or whatever. And then Brandon agreed with me on the Speed Racer thing. Anything with Christina Ricci is worth watching. Yeah, it is. Which, if you want to see somebody looking way younger than they should, that's a movie to watch, is Speed Racer, because Christina Ricci looks way too young. It's very mind-blowing. Hi, Jennifer. Happy belated Valentine's Day to you. Yeah, Jennifer, I think you and Edgar are really going to like this movie. It's really cool. And for what I mentioned earlier in the stream is that it did so well with a female hero, and it's kind of they did something that I haven't really seen before in live action. Sup, Victor? Sup, dude? Good to see you, bro. So for me, obviously, I'm very drawn to female lead action hero types. Shocking, I know. But what I really like about this movie is that at no point is she never talks down to anybody, even though she's way super strong and could probably destroy all of them very easily. She never does. And she has this very good way of being very feminine, but still very strong, and it doesn't come off as like trying to act like a dude, if that makes sense. There's also this small thing that happens that it seems like she almost relaxes anytime that there's some sort of danger or something like that. Like, for those of you who've seen it and those who haven't, like, notice that every time like there's a very terrifying danger for any of us, she just like has a little bit of a smile and then just goes for it. Yeah, there's one line that I want to quote because it's like a crazy badass moment. It's so good. And if you have the chance to see this movie in 3D, do it. I know I'm usually not a proponent for seeing things in 3D, but Alita Battle Angel, they did an amazing job with the 3D. I saw it in 3D first. And obviously it was purposely shot in 3D, and then they actually are so particular about which theaters will show it. They won't allow just any 3D theater to show it. Like, it has to be of a certain like level of like technology or whatever in that theater, or they won't let them show it in 3D. So it's pretty cool that it looks great. So if you can, do it. It's grand. Try to catch up on any comments. Yeah, so guys, I want this to be a discussion, so let me know what you guys thought of the movie, or if you heard some things and were curious, because I know for me, I was a little worried, because a bunch of people that I know, they kept kind of, I don't know, not saying great things about it, so I was worried, but it's great. I love it. I will go see it as many times as I can, because it's grand. And as usual, doing the experience was super duper fun. So if you haven't had a chance to do that either, and you're in the LA area, it's right in downtown LA. So you defs should go check it out. I was laughing earlier because the reason I was a couple minutes late today to start the live stream is because I was watching the Frozen trailer again. Because I'm kind of excited for Frozen. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for Frozen. The new trailer that they dropped for Captain Marvel during shoot, was it the Super Bowl or was it the Grammys? I don't remember if they dropped a new one. I think it was the Grammys, and the Super Bowl had the new Avengers trailer. But so good, so excited, so much love. Brandon, I'm sorry you have a cold, buddy. Yeah, if you can't see it this weekend, I think this weekend is technically the opening weekends, hence why I'm not doing complete spoilers for all y'all. But it's so good. It's so good. I want everybody to see it because, you know, if you do, we'll get more excellent live action anime content like this, or just, you know, more content with female, like, badass leads. That'd be nice. I'm on board for that. But it's so good. It's so much fun. What else can I talk about without giving anything away? The way that they deal with kind of cyborgs and all that kind of stuff, it looks so cool. And it's it really, like, the whole time made me question, like, body parts, because obviously we can't replace body parts as easily as they can in the movie, but it just, like, what makes us human? Like, it really makes you think about stuff just, like, watching these scenes, and it's quite violent. If you're not expecting it to be violent, it's quite violent. Oh, and Brandon, I'm sorry that you weren't fond of the latest Captain Marvel trailer. Interesting. Is there a specific reason you didn't like the latest trailer of Captain Marvel, or is that just, you're just like, I didn't really feel it? Not so much. I'm still worried about the Dark Phoenix movie, the new X-Men movie. I'm still quite concerned about that. Every trailer I see for that, I'm like, oh, I hope, but I know that they've already done like 3 different screenings and all sorts of reshoots, like a few times over. It's concerning. I'm concerned, but I'll still go see it. I'll still go see it the midnight showing. You guys know me. I gotta be there to see it the first time out. Let's see, what else can we talk about today? I'll rave a little bit more. I don't really have much to rage about this week. I'm not gonna lie. There's already so much other terrible stuff going on in the world, in the nerd world. Luckily there hasn't been too much to rage about. And oh, good, more people are awesome. Gary said it was a blast, had some issues, but they weren't enough to ruin anything amazing visual experience. Yeah, it's visually, it's stunning. It's gorgeous. Oh, I see. So Brandon says the reason he didn't like the Captain Marvel trailer was the whole repetition of stronger, further, faster in the background. It was distracting. I think that's a part. Captain Marvel is another one I'm really interested to see, because that's another character that I don't know that much about. I only know about Carol Danvers from that's how Rogue gets her powers for flight and strength. And some of her personality stuff, obviously. So I'm very curious. It would be awesome if this somehow turns into Rogue getting powers later on, like, you know, a few years from now. I would like that very much. Could I play Rogue, please? But yeah, the Alita was great. I'm trying to think of other trailers that I've seen this week that I was really excited about coming out. Obviously the Frozen trailer that I was late coming to watch here. But yeah, what else can I rave? Oh, if you guys are not watching the 2nd season of Discovery, of Star Trek Discovery, everybody get on the boat. Get on the boat for Discovery. It's so good this season. It's so good. Oh, thank you, Gary. I did forget about Genie Gate. How could I possibly forget about the Aladdin trailer dropping and everybody losing their genie minds? Yeah, I didn't have that many feelings about the Aladdin trailer. I'm not gonna lie, because it just didn't show enough for me to get all up in arms. I was a little like, oh, okay. And obviously he can't be Robin Williams. Like, Robin Williams. The reason they hired Will Smith is because we want to see the Will Smith version. You know, it's kind of like the Joker. We want to see that version. Oh, hey, Pedro. Mwah. It's good to see you. So, yeah. I'm still excited about the Aladdin movie. I mean, I'm optimistically hesitant about the movie. I'm gonna go see it, but I'm not as up in arms as everybody else was about the hashtag GenieGate or whatever. It's a bit much, guys. Everybody get crazy. And Brandon brings up he's more interested in Doom Patrol and the Umbrella Company shows. I have not. There's been a lot of good reviews about the Umbrella Company show. I know I have not watched that yet. That's the next one that I'm gonna watch, but I haven't had a chance to watch that. But Discovery is so good. Orville this season, as always, has been amazing. not watching many live shows, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Netflix just came out with the Dragon Prince season 2, so I watched that stuff. It was quite good. But for everybody that's on the stream that hasn't watched Alita, go see Alita. Do it. It's so much fun. Bring friends, bring a date. There's some romantic stuff in it. Do it. It's super fun. But yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, we're gonna have a pretty busy schedule. Next week, I believe I still won't, oh no, next week I will have Chris back. Yay! But then she's gonna be busy again, and it's a crazy con season for us. So everybody's gonna be off doing all the things. So Brandon also says about the Genie Gate. If Ron Williams was still alive, they would have gotten him back, like they did with James Earl Jones for Mufasa and the Lion King, for sure. Brandon, I don't date. Hey, just bring anybody. It's super fun. It doesn't have to. It can be a me date. It can be a dude date. Everybody goes out on a time on the calendar, which makes it a date. I don't know. I'm jabbering, guys, because I don't have my Chris here. But I think I'm going to wrap it up because you guys are awesome. And we'll have so much more to talk about next week. Let me know if there's anything that came up that you wanted to rage about or talk about. And on that, I will see you guys next week.